Chris, tell me what you're fishing with today.
Fishing with just a basic swim bait, really big and out west. They come in all different sizes. I'm finding that about a 4-inch or a 3 3/4 inch swim bait is really dynamite on our eastern rivers. It really is. And there's lots of different ways of rigging them. There's lots of different styles.
What kind of areas do you target in terms of structure and current?
When I'm fishing this bait, I like to be in heavy current, stuff where it's not easy to fish other baits. You can load it up. This is a 3/16, but I like a 1/4. You can throw it out there, let it hit the bottom and just lift, drag it across the bottom or hop it across the bottom. And it really does a great job.
So shoots like what's behind you here?
Exactly. If I can get current in about 4 to 6 foot of water, that's really what I'm looking for.
So Chris, what's your favorite way to rig the baits?
This is just an offset hook, and it's on a 20 degree, and the mold is from Do It. Actually, it's from Do It. If I could, I'd have this lead a little bit further up on the head. Some guys like it back further, so it's nice to have both, but it's just a Do It mold that I bought this year, and the heavier the better. This is a 3/16, but in the spring and fall when the water levels are higher, I'll use a 1/4. I know it sounds heavy, but these things, it doesn't take much to get these things up off the bottom. So all you have to do is just thread that coil into the head of the bait.
I think they're called hitching posts.
Some are called hitch keepers, some are called coil keepers. They're all different ones. What I do is I just mark where the hook's going to come out with my thumb, run the bait up like that, and that's where it is. You can actually drive the head of into it, and it's almost weedless. I mean, you can actually fix it in the rocks. And what I'll do is I'll throw this out in this current, and I'll let it sink right to the bottom. The sink rate is real quick on a slack line, so if you keep a slack line, it'll sink right to the bottom. And then I tighten it up, and I'll bounce it across the bottom. But if you keep the line slack as you're letting it drop, it'll sink right to the bottom, even in the fastest current.
Do you have trouble with it snagging much?
I don't, but I don't let it sit there. I'll bounce it, and I'll move a couple feet, and I'll bounce it high, move it nice and slow. Almost like, trying to get under a rock or trying to get around. Now, if the fish are really active, you can swim this like a grub or a crankbait. You just throw it out there and reel it right back. Shake a little bit, it'll move around. And what the bait does is with these big tails, it'll actually move a lot, but it actually wobbles side to side as well. You don't have to get that fancy either. You can rig them on ball head and on football head jigs as well.
I actually have a suggestion. I bought another Do It mold, the Gary Yamamoto swim jig mold.
Yep.
What weight do you prefer?
Honestly, I know it sounds crazy, but a 3/16 is probably the best weight overall. 1/4s are good when the water's high. You can get away with 1/8, but as soon as you get to current, the 1/8 wants to skim across the top. And unless you're waking the bait.
Here's a 3/16 and a 1/4. Those are 0 degree. I think you mentioned the one you had was what, a 20 degree?
These are really easy. Just you hook it up just like you would a grub. Just bring it over to where it starts to make the bend, and slide it in around the top. It's really that simple. Yeah, it's a nice high profile bait. Now this you've got to be a little bit more careful as you bring it to the bottom. You don't get it stuck. But
I've used them a little bit. I haven't had too much trouble with them getting stuck. But like you said, I keep them moving pretty good.
Like I said, you can wake them, you can bring them across the surface and they're still full. And the tail will actually wake almost like a buzzbait. You just wake at the top.
You ever nose hook them?
I don't, but I know I have friends that actually do. I don't nose hook mine.
If you take the hitching post and screw that in to just the soft plastic all the way, and then you take the whatever you're using to nose hook it, usually an octopus hook, and you go through that part of the hitching post that's you know, all the way in the bait. It'll hold the nose hook soft plastic a lot better than just bare plastic.
Yep.
So I've started doing that with a lot of baits.
And the bait just slides up?
It does. So, what brands and colors of these little swim baits do you like?
Right now I'm pouring my own. This one here, it's very similar to this. This is a Reaction Innovation, and this is one that this is just a bowl I picked up. Zoom makes one now. I think Poor Boy makes one. There's almost every company out there is making it. What I'm trying to find is an inexpensive. I don't want to pay $1 per bait. As you know, you're in the river, you don't know. These fish, when they jump out of the water, they tear them apart. You get a 19, 20-inch fish on here, they tear into pieces. So if I can keep them around 50, 60 cents a piece, that's what I'm looking for, and that's why I'm pouring my own.
How much do you vary your retrieval speed?
Quite a bit. I let the fish dictate it. My first throw of the day is really, really slow. I'm picking it up, dropping on the bottom, picking up the bottom, dropping it, letting it sit, picking up, dropping it. As the bite starts to get better, I start to increase the speed. And I'll actually drop my tip, raise my tip, back and forth. If you drop your tip for a second, these things start to dive and they start to wobble. So it's, when you're retrieving it, don't keep it at a constant speed unless that's actually working. I usually stop it, or I'll jerk it a little bit as I'm bringing it across, just to give it a dash of motion. You can actually walk it almost like you can a jerk bait. The other thing is, if you're in really strong current, we're in current, but it's not as strong as what I'm looking for, you can throw it directly down and let it hit that swing. And as it hits the swing, you can bounce it a few times in current and almost tease it. It'll jerk back and drop back into the face of the fish.
Well, we've got some swifter water upstream from us. Let's paddle on up there and see what we can get into.
Okay, great, thanks.